Hey everyone, welcome back to another session of Quarter Blades with our phenomenal group of role players. It's been multiple weeks since we've actually gotten to play, and so you're going to watch us struggle through a little bit as we go back into our notes and see exactly where things were. I have been blessed with a couple of things. One, cool group of friends. Two, the ability to role play twice a week most times. I get 6 hours of role playing a week. Most people dream of that. And on top of that, the cherry on the old whipped cream is I have characters that take notes, players that take notes, that helps me out as I struggle through many a thing. Um, so bear with us as we get back into where we were. Last time, as some of you remember, and I do know that you may have seen the video and are just now jumping here, and so you are much more fresh to this than we are. Um, there's a diving bell. There is a rift in space. There was a confrontation, not confrontation, a communication with Agaz the Pitiless, who was convinced that he was talking to some of his cult members, which was interesting. Well done, Felix, who's not here tonight. And there was a dealing with controllers of the crab lobster people that was taken care of. There were some prisoners taken. There were some collars that were put on different things, including a poor dog who belongs to a family member of House Alanda. So all sorts of interesting things like that have, and my dog just pushed the door open violently and is in. But those are some of the things that happened last time. And at the end of the night, when everyone sort of was like, okay, I guess we're done, I tossed a grenade into the room. And this grenade was a note that came to a specific member of our party. It was not intercepted. It was given to Sasha, who thought hard about what she was going to do with it and decided to place all the blame on Pietro and have him help make the decision. I'm just interpreting that loosely. And the information was shared with the entire team, and it we'll bring that up in a minute after we've gone through a couple of other little things, so that we can relive the joy of struggling through that note and going, okay, what all does this actually imply? What I would like to ask you now, because it is getting towards the end of the mourning period for the Corvetto, let us think back to how we ended the race of stags or antlers or whichever thing it was, because all that's about to come due. I will jump in and talk about the problems that our friend Lorenzo has because he's not here tonight, but I got on the phone and chatted with him a little bit earlier. If you remember, he did not happen to get the satisfaction of having Isabella Labella perhaps lasso him or whatever. Instead, it was revealed that the Senora of Roses herself had interjected. And he is on the hook to make sure, and this is why he keeps coming back to this, by the way, when all you guys are going different directions. He's on the hook to make sure that Cosomo de Rossi is taken care of. And she's sort of holding this over his head, knowing that he would much rather, of course, be with Isabella. And that's his problem that's coming to a bit of a head.
I think we'd all like Cosomo to be an ex-Cosomo.
Trying to think.
Yes.
Now, Cosomo, what happened to it? So he got kicked out of House
Yeah, he's
Lavelle.
out of Lavelle.
Did he go over to the cult?
We don't know where
On
he's
the
at.
ground somewhere, isn't it? We
Yeah.
don't know where.
He's gone to ground.
Yeah.
You may find out something about where he's to ground tonight during the downtime. But he has gone to ground, and he has some axes to grind.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a violent and unpredictable individual. We'll see how it plays out. I think he will probably be at least a part of, if not the main focus at some point in the near future. Let us talk then a bit about the rest of you and where you ended up with the race of stags. So I think, Andrea, what happened with her?
We rescued her from the chairs incident
Yes,
somehow.
she's now where?
Originally we suggested that she may be taking up a position at the orphanage, but based on the fact that with what happened with the Corvetto, and we thinking it was Cosmo to be to blame, we thought probably best she stays in the house until
right.
until he's dealt with. Because she would be a target, just as I am.
So I think she's probably free to come and go as she pleases, correct? And she is in a
Can do. I
very
think we should try to keep travel to a minimum if we can, because yeah.
and her brother.
Yes. He is.
Tragic?
He's. Yeah. I think in his mind, he was trying to do what he thought was what he felt was best for her, but probably misguided. And he was. Yes. Made a scene and was killed by in a duel by names are escaping me this evening. Mocklin.
Mocklin. That was an interesting one. That was a bullet that Mocklin took for you, and
Yes,
I think at the time he was quite concerned that it would impact your relationship.
Yeah, I think in some ways having Mocklin do it was probably preferable to me doing it, because I'd unfortunately gotten myself beaten to a pulp out in the out by trying to get the the people in the boats to come and help, and they decided to take that out on me. So I'd have been not particularly I wasn't particularly as mobile as I would like to have been. No. And it also meant that I wasn't the one who shot her brother. It's probably a good thing as well.
Yes. What about Isabella? Excuse me. What about Letta Barbolini? I think we ended for her. Go ahead, Pietro.
Yeah, I think she caught me in the net in the race of antlers, and yeah, I believe that we are
Betrothed and moving in that direction.
Yeah.
Where
I think
would you?
we have decided to delay the wedding, so we don't have to have the wedding immediately. But we're betrothed, I believe.
Very good. Where would you say she is now? Is she still back in her shop?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Helping her father. Very good.
Yeah. Although, I'm thinking I might go and arrange to have her and her father move somewhere a bit more secure.
Let us do that in downtime. I love it. Jorah. Let's talk about where we stand with this young man. Now a captain.
I think I can't remember.
Fair enough. We'll lean a little bit on.
There was some
notes.
competition, wasn't there, from Tita del Corvetto,
There was.
who's now, I believe, is she going to inherit the title? I think.
Yeah, she's got advisors around her, but yeah. So that's an interesting one because remember, you let him know, and he was very careful during the last event, the ball.
Yeah. Well, the question is, how ambitious is he? Might he,
I think
might
we
he
can
throw you
remember.
over for a better prospect?
I think we can remember from the last ball that he did make his protestations, and to the extent that it was known that he made a preference for our good Sasha, because I think she sort of gave him the space to make the decision,
I think I did.
which I found interesting.
I think I
And
did.
in that decision space, he made his decision. Now, whether he can follow through with that decision of his own accord, or whether other things play into it, is its own thing.
Yeah.
However, I think that he made his feelings clear enough that young Tita knows that she is probably lost in the straight up game. Let's talk about Ruby.
If you really want to.
Of course we do. We always want to talk about Ruby.
Okay. She's gorgeous.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
And
she still hasn't given me an answer though. She's a sly one, that Ruby, I'm telling you.
so I will add some information about Ruby later this evening that I think you'll find interesting.
Ooh.
So let us go from this, and I will change where you're at on the Roll20 board so we can see here, and everyone has seen the houses, their strengths, the map. And I'm going to move across really quick to where we talk. Where we talk about a specific letter that came in and what it may mean for our group, not just the individual it was written to. And I sit here quietly to let you discuss what this may mean. And I still can't believe that I wrote I currently without a house instead of I'm currently without a house. I don't know how I did that. Unbelievable. I will say I did build this slide and the Roll20 thing as we were talking and playing the game. So I mean, come on now.
To be fair, I mean, she was a hot bit of totty and mediocre in the sack, but her wordsmith is not the best. Never had been. That's why it was so easy for us to crack her codes.
Fair enough. I like it. I like it.
A bit disturbed by the fact that she says Egos is a gentleman.
Mhm.
Trying to think what kind
Is
of other
it-
company she's been keeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that understatement of some sort, or is it a
Cosimo for a
Some kind of
start.
disguise or.
I think
yeah?
between Agos and Cosimo, I think I'd rather go to the pub with Agos.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Very good.
So yeah, so I when this was given to me by Pietro and Sasha, it looks to me like one of two things. She's either playing the game still, or she is actually trying to be sincere, because Agos is a formidable individual and you don't want to have dealings with that. So, you know, it's like maybe she's actually realized how bad a situation she's actually started, caused, and aligned herself with. Or
Mm.
first scenario is she's still playing the game. Let's see if we can pull on the old heartstrings and get people murdered to release Agos to bring about the cataclysm that that they want.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, I could see that being the case, very much so. And meeting you and taking you prisoner and using your blood to basically bring Argos into this world would probably be quite a powerful entrance for him.
But as far from the last word from Agos was that one more sacrifice would be enough
Yep.
to
Yeah.
open the gate.
And if that sacrifice were a reasonably powerful knock,
Knack.
that would be very knack. Sorry, knack.
My
Fair
dear
enough.
Sasha, are you trying to say my knackers are powerful?
Your knackers are
I
knockered.
think so.
Yeah.
My knackers have finally been knockered. Fair
Yeah.
play, madam. Fair play.
You have your knackery is potent.
Yes.
Uh,
So I've moved us across to the downtime slide, where we talk a little bit about you guys and where you're at, and start working through our downtime so that you actually have enough stress to deal with problems that are upcoming. I will deal with the Renzos a little bit, and I'll let you know about those as we go. Let's talk a little bit about the payoff. I think that oh no, where's the laughing here? Oh no, where's my where's my damn book? I don't have my book next to me. I'm gonna have to pull up my PDF. Unbelievable.
not the PDF.
I know it's gonna be freaking slow.
I'd get rid of it.
Here we go. What are you guys laughing at? Me?
Nothing.
Your map.
There we go.
It's your
No,
map.
it's nothing at
Nothing
all.
on the map.
Nothing at all there.
No, nothing
Nothing
at all.
Yeah.
Map.
Shit.
I'll probably leave that. Oh, that was wonderful. I
Nothing
don't know
there
who
at
did it,
all.
but,
Honest GM.
well played.
And you can meet Gozzy at gozzies.com.
Ghazi.com. Please leave your penis pictures there.
Yes.
He's going to get inundated now.
Gozzies.com
be-
is a map supplement program thing. Basically, the bigger your penis, the better the map will be.
That's funny. Oh my word.
Uh,
Okay. Influence. You get 2 influence by default. For whatever you did. I think that looking down, I would say that you probably are in the ruinous secret found or hidden, which is 6, because I think you guys uncovered some big things.
Oh yeah.
I know we haven't burned influence nearly as much in this game as we would have thought, and so you guys are stacking that into your bank for your retirement and other things like that. But I would say we're going to give you guys 6 influence.
6.
that's
Okay.
Yes.
1 each and 2 in the the
Well,
coteries
one,
full of
one
influence.
each and one in the coterie.
Well, according to my thing, the coteries max.
No. Well, I've got 3 in the coterie. I've got 1 empty square.
Okay.
So 1 each and 1 for the coterie, yeah? Because there's 5 of us.
Yeah.
So 6 influence. Yeah.
So 1 each.
1 each and 1 for the coterie.
I
I've
have
got a
one.
match coterie as well, actually.
I have 1 square left on my own person. So if anyone's maxed, then
Well, you only get 1. So
yeah, I've now got 3 out of the 4 for myself. So if somebody was already maxed on influence,
oh, I see. Yeah.
then we don't want to lose it, do we?
No. If anyone was maxed, we could allocate you some influence, but I had a space, so I wasn't maxed.
Fine. I think we're all either 2 or 3s anyway.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
3.
I had
Yeah.
3.
I am going to, in favor, do something else for you as you're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. So in favor, I'm going to add 2 favor with the Arborist Guild. ARBORIST.
Yeah. Okay. So is that 2 favor with houses minor then?
Yes.
Okay, so that puts us over because we're currently maxed out on favor with houses minor.
Very
So
good.
what do we do with that?
I
We
don't.
pay that in.
Or are you telling us that the
Does that mean
Arborist
we're not
Guild,
plus
we're
2
going
down?
to go to
That's
plus 2?
changed the status.
Oh, it's not. So that's not plus 2.
So we're currently on +1 with the Arborist Guild anyway.
Are we?
Yep.
I got 0.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, you're behind the times.
I did miss a week.
Okay, so what do we do with the favor track in houses minor?
You got a +1, we've also got a tier as well, which is,
Let me think for just a second.
Do we trade that in for a plus for moving a status up or down? Is that how it works? I'm not entirely sure.
Me either, sadly, at this quick second.
Strange that we don't have favor with the houses major, but we've got it with all the rest.
Well, in houses major have individual favor for each house.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I wondered what those diamonds were.
I think what you can wind up doing here is let's go ahead and in the Arborist Guild, take you up. And so you see the +1, +2. Let's just make that a +2 for the Arborists.
Okay.
I think right now, let's just go ahead and at least give you a +3 with the watch because I don't think we've done this.
Yeah.
Where's the watch?
I
Where's
think
the
the
watch?
gondoliers. I
Way
think the
down.
gondoliers are at +3.
That's three.
Cool.
I think the Graces. I'm just giving you stuff because this is where I think you're at right now. I
Mhm.
think the Graces are at +1.
Okay.
Oh no, come
I-
on. Let me just argue the point here. I've been my amicable, pleasing self whenever I've met the the Graces. Oh no, that was the Mercies, wasn't it? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
+1.
And I did say that on the Graces, so I
Yeah.
will take that down on
We
the
do have
Graces.
a Grace in our house, so yeah, we're friendly
Yes,
towards
you
the
do
Grace.
in the house. But
That's
I would
true.
say it is the
Grace
Mercies that
is
you're up
0.
with.
Mm.
I'll give
Mercy.
you +2 with the
Well, that's in
Mercies.
the outsiders. Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll give you +2 with the Mercies.
Yeah.
Now, I think the College of Satire, I'm going to give you a +1 for shutting down that play and saving them for some
Yeah.
problems.
Where's the satire?
Under the
Outsiders.
under
Outsiders.
Yeah.
The College of Satire. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're
Did
we're at +1. Did you say?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did I-
You
did I-
guys-
did I- Did I make
from
out?
-1 to +1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I hurt our reputation with the founder by my attempted discussions? Oh boy.
Absolutely. So you guys are -1 with the founder. You're
Yeah.
also -1 with the Brizzolato family, which is uncanny and the
Yeah.
uncouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Where's the
want
Lasso family?
It's under
say
Oh,
they're a crime family that
didn't we do
is
something with the
associated
tramps?
you have to
with
add
House
that on.
Bjorn.
I haven't got that.
No, you have to add it.
Anthony,
Oh,
didn't we
hang
do
on, hang on.
something with the tramps?
We're missing out what's being given out here.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did. But I don't think what you did with the tramps was enough to move up or down.
Do that.
Okay. Right.
Um,
Sorry. Can you just repeat for Christine and Pete? Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, we were. What was the last one?
I'm repeating.
After the
Brizzolato family.
Brizzolato family. Yeah. After that
Yep.
was.
There was a discussion about whether the tramps should be up or down, and I said, let's just keep that the same, even though you have used them at one point.
Yeah.
0 with them.
I think
okay.
let's move the citizenry up to +2.
Already on +2.
Okay,
who?
then we'll keep it there.
Yeah.
Um,
Citizenry in house.
Oh, citizenry.
Yeah.
Stop jumping
yeah.
around. Stay in one place.
I'm terrible. I am so
Oh.
terrible.
I think we should move the Bakers Guild should go down to -1 because we keep putting poop juice in their fine pastries.
You know what? I will do that.
Actually,
I like that.
we gave them a
because
large order, though, didn't we?
We gave them a
you
very
guys
large.
did.
order.
So I
You guys
think
did.
that should counterbalance the poop
Okay.
juice malarkey.
Yeah, definitely
However,
should.
I'm on it.
But what about the broadsheets? Because
don't do it, however.
Pietro. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah,
Go ahead.
I developed some connections in the
yeah.
broadsheet.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, for the
And
broadsheets.
the broadsheets. I'll give you a +1. Let's just do this.
Where the hell's the broadsheets?
Now, I will
Lovely.
say, in the Fortunato Trade Federation, who funded some of the different trips out to try and get the monster and things like that,
Fortunato
Yeah.
Trade Federation. Okay. Yeah. What are they?
they're actually down at a -1,
Ah.
and that's because, and you may find out, we'll see. They probably didn't want those things successful. Really, they were just, yeah. Okay.
We've set those people up to die.
Um,
Oh, what do you mean you've come back? What?
Yep. So House Corvetto, I think we're still with that +1 on those. I don't think any of the other houses are pluses or minuses. I'm going to give the +1 in there for
So
House
what
Corvetto.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I've got House Corvetto was 0. You've put us to +1. I've got House Bastion as +1. House Lavella's -2, and House Almari is -1.
Yeah.
That's perfect because I'm looking at Lorenzo's sheet and nothing's changed on that. I hesitate to change it for House of Londa, but they don't know the dog was killed by Lorenzo, so we'll leave that alone.
Yeah.
Yes, Rob.
In light of Cosomo buggering off and what have you, surely the House Lavelle would have changed its stance towards us.
I don't think so. You know what?
Plus,
I
not only
should
that, but
be-
it was because
let
of
me- let me
us
be,
that we upsurged. Not the right word.
Give me
we-
a.
Yeah, because we sorted out Ulrich, who was House Lavelle,
Mhm.
and we saved the sister, Monty's betrothed, that was linked with House Lavelle by force.
Yep.
So
You,
when we had that
Yeah.
thingy, okay, we basically did everything in our power. So would the House Lavelle be increased from -2 to -1,
So let
or
me
even a
offer a
0?
let me offer a counter. You also expose the fact that their main eye was responsible for the kidnapping of the Corvetto's wife and brought great shame upon them. So here's what I'll say. I'll take a luck roll, just a single D6. And if it's a 4, 5, or 6, I'll give you a +1. But if you choose to go down this road and make the roll, if it's 1, 2, or 3, I'm going to give you another minus.
Yeah, don't risk it, because -3 would be war.
Get one downtime action.
Yeah,
Exposure.
it's not worth it, I don't think.
Fair enough.
Did Corvettos get affected by by the fact that the people we think we started touching on this at the end of the last session, because we were like, the people that were kind of on our side within House Corvetto have now been eliminated to a degree. And
Yeah.
one of the people that is left, I called Lumpy.
That's right. Now, I think you're still at +1 because as much as there's competition between the house lead now, even though she is surrounded by a coterie of advisors because she's sort of a minor, I think she's going to struggle to get free of them. And that's an interesting thing too. But
we have helped her a lot of times.
Yes, you have. So that's why I want to keep that at +1 at least. And I think anything you did that helped reinforce her actual position, as instead of being the the minor who the advisors are covering down for. Yeah, and that group of old men is not going to release those reins easily. They would love to rule in all but name, just because they've got the chance to do so. Okay. Goodness gracious, entanglements. What do we think about this? Exposure.
Exposure.
I'm going to
Wow.
say
What
we haven't done
tries
this
to expose
consistently
himself
during the game.
whenever he can.
Whoa! Did I just turn you down by accident with my hand?
I mean, we weren't compared
There we
to
go.
some of the other stuff we've done. This was fairly discreet and self-contained.
Most of it was underwater.
Yeah,
as far
for
as
a
that
start.
goes.
Yeah.
Nope. Let's do that. We'll just say
We disguised ourselves as city work people.
absolutely. You paid off different people. You worked with the watch. would cover for you. I'd say so. At most, you get a single. It's two exposure, contained,
exposure.
discrete. Yeah.
Okay. And with the watch, we have our sphere of influence gives us a -1 on that, so 1 exposure.
Perfect. So, what is your exposure level?
1.
Or
1. Yeah.
brilliant.
Where do you find your exposure?
Coterie sheet.
Coterie sheet. Exposure. So what do I need to put it up to, sorry?
1.
1.
1. Okay, excellent.
And I'm going to do that for Felix. Exposure 1. You guys have really worked that incredibly well.
Yeah, we are flying
And-
under the radar very well.
And to some extent, it hasn't made a huge impact of the game as opposed to exposure in Blaze in the Dark, which is just ridiculously painful the more exposure you get. Okay. I'd like to roll on the entanglements thing and see what that does. Let me
Entanglements.
find if just a minute. I'm have to gosh darn the stupid PDF. Here we go. Hey, gads. It's so sad that I am so fixated on. Why wouldn't it just jump? Nothing is hyperlinked in this, by the way. So that's phenomenal. 288 X. Boom. Boom.
Yeah, that does annoy me when they don't hyperlink stuff in PDFs. The Savage Worlds PDFs are really good. Everything's
Yeah.
clickable. Takes you all over the shop.
And that's just how it's got to be anymore.
Yeah,
Come on.
sadly the Paizo stuff is not hyperlinked properly, or in fact at all.
Crazy.
Mm.
Okay, shame level 0. I need a D6 rolled from one of you gentle people. Who wants to take that on?
No volunteers?
Oh, I can do
Go
it.
on.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Oh,
there you go.
Martin's on it.
We had a volunteer. Come on.
Oh no.
Yay!
2. Not
Two.
bad. 2 is family drama.
Oh, but
An NPC within the house, a colleague or retinue causes trouble with a house. Pick a side in the conflict and lose 1 influence or else face reprisal.
We'll pay off an influence.
Yeah.
I think what happens is, I think we said Loretta or can't remember the name of the young lady who gave the letter to you.
It was
May well have passed that information on to more senior members of the house.
It was
that
Laura.
Laura, that there was a bit of communication outside of the house with someone who may be unfavorable, blah, blah, blah. So
Well,
go ahead,
it was
confirm that.
Hang on, an urchin gave her the letter.
Yes.
So, which
No, she wouldn't have known. I'm just trying to come up with a good family drama. Nope. Here we go. Guess what? I mean, Uncle Loto is still around. He's not gone. He's not in favor. He's not directing the coteries that work for the house. He's a bit in shame, but he is willing to start spreading rumors that your coterie is unreliable. and you guys can burn that influence to counter that.
Yeah, let's
But
do
you
that.
do know now that he is a little bit grumpy with you guys because of his position. Go figure, he deserved it. But
Mm.
so I like that, the Uncle Loto angle with
Alright.
the problem. Okay.
So
Well, then-
so that's we'll burn a coterie influence. So that puts us down to 3 on the coterie.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let me jump once again to where I wanted to be. Bum, bum, bum. I know. Why I want this. You've gotta link this, hyperlink this stuff. This is as I slowly scroll through a PDF to get exactly where I want to be. Okay. So you really aren't probably needing to worry about reducing exposure and shame. It just that's an activity, where you can do this in downtime to reduce exposure or shame or make amends. I think you're pretty much okay there. So I think we are about to roll over into your downtime activities. And do know that we will cover in this some of your interaction with your paramours and other NPCs to sort of move the story along as we go. But there's also what I'm going to say now is I'm not going to accept any more long-term clocks because I think we're getting towards the end of the overall campaign. And so I would prefer if you kept things shorter term in your thought process. Now,
Yeah.
who knows? We may play forward and I'm just like, that was stupid. We're going for another 30 sessions. But for your current thoughts, let us go with with that. Okay.
Are we doing payoff as well, or did we do that at the end of the
Oh
previous
yes, let's do
session?
payoff. I'm sorry.
We've got
Sorry.
payoff, we've got XP,
Yep,
we've
yep.
got all sorts to do.
Yeah, we haven't done our XP, so we'll do that next. And once again, I'm going to have to step to the little boy's room, and we'll be right back. Fair enough?
Yep.
Rob,
Okay.
got it? Brilliant. We are back to work through our experience points. What I'd like to do really quickly is go through Lorenzo's, since we've got him here and he asked me to do so. His questions are: did he address a challenge with evasion? And then the second question is and/or mayhem.
Yes, he
Well,
put the boulder on the thing, didn't
yeah, and he also exploded a dog.
he?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right, we'll give him
mayhem.
those points.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And did he express his beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yes,
Uh,
by exploding the
Okay.
dog.
that is very true, actually. That's very Felix.
Yeah.
And did he struggle with issues from indulgences or scandals?
No,
Does he
he
have any
did
indulgences?
not.
Now, hang on a second. He did
Mhm.
because, of course, he was struggling with the trying to kill Cosomo and the Lady of Roses.
Yeah, that's one of
That's-
the Lady
Okay,
of
yeah,
Roses
yeah,
is
yeah,
one of
yeah.
his things.
Mm.
So it's
yeah.
an entanglement, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he did.
And then there's you involve a pet in your act of vengefulness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll give
So
this
he's
guy
got
lots of
4.
points. We'll let him know when he comes back. He can put 4 points wherever he darn well pleases. Well done. My word.
Oh dear.
So let us move across then. Rob, let's just talk about Mauchlin's character sheet.
Do we have to?
Just to get see whether or not you got some points here.
Okay.
So I think your
so
first question.
I
Go ahead. Did you address
did I
a
address the
challenge?
challenge with arcane knowledge and or power? Well, looking at my stress, yes, I must have used something. You
Well, you
express
did.
your
You
beliefs.
did. You sent the lobster things away, didn't you?
Yes, he did.
Mm.
Yes,
All
he
4
did.
of them, yes, I did. So that's arcane
And
knowledge and power because I
I
succeeded.
think it's well worth it for 2 points.
I did express my
Yeah.
beliefs, drives, heritage, and background because I did try and get Sasha to chop off people's hands. Nobody
Yes, she did.
actually did it. Also, I showed that I knew who the one-eyed man was, and then unfortunately the guy did die, which I am kind of I'm not sorry for. Did you struggle with issues from your indulgences and or scandals? I got that many.
I think you got a letter at the end. I think that's plenty.
Yeah, I don't think I did with the thing.
I think you struggled with. Well, you've got a part
You
of
got the-
your
Yeah.
indulgences, which is Moon. She's in that portion, even
Oh, in
though
that case, I have struggled with issues with Moon because of that
yeah,
letter.
I think I'll call that and give you the points. And well done. And let's move across. Let's go to Monty Martin.
Monty didn't have a great amount to do in this one. He was kind of thereabouts, but didn't seem to do a massive amount.
Well,
All right,
you
the
did
rest of
more
them
than
will
you
help.
say. Come on,
Possibly.
what's your first one?
He ran up a hill, which is a big big achievement for him. Just a challenge with stealth.
Yes, you did. You did not put yourself in the water. Agos did not
Well-
see you on the boat.
Well, who came up with the idea of using the townspeople to run the pumps? And I mean, some of that was, your party.
Yeah.
I think he thought about using the gondoliers. What did he say? Yeah, about doing maintenance on the canals. That was what was part of it. So that-
Oh,
that
yeah.
was your suggestion, which
That's
is
right.
a helpful thing to do. Yeah.
As far as
Deception.
anybody else is
Yeah.
concerned, nobody knew that you were there apart from the coterie.
Mm,
Yeah. It was
I think
deceptive.
I think the stealth is there, and then
Okay.
perception. Let's talk about that.
yeah, perception.
Everybody, feel free to jump in.
There was a
Yeah,
thing
I'm
with the
struggling with
rope
that
for the bellows and what have you. When you went on over and you saw that something was going on, and you shouted the bellows people to do something more with.
I don't remember that.
No, I'm
I'm-
sure
I'm-
it
I'm-
was.
You worked out that you could use some lantern oil to get the bracelets off of these
Oh
students.
yeah, that's true.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true. Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
You did that. Yeah, yeah.
Well
What's
done.
Your, what's your third one?
Beliefs,
The
drives,
expression.
heritage, or background. Well, I mean, the gondola thing was
Yep.
was one, and then
There you
yeah,
go. What's the fourth
not
one?
cutting someone's hand off.
Indulgences.
Or scandals. I'm not really sure.
Well,
I
you're
don't
so
know.
squeaky clean. You've got no indulgences and you've got no scandals.
Well, he's just like well, he's faithless.
Yeah, he does have that struggle where
Yeah,
people think he's
not trustworthy.
untrustworthy. Yeah, but I didn't see you struggle too much
No.
with that. Would you
No.
be happy with? Would you be happy with 3?
Yeah, I think 3's fine. Because I mean, Andrea, we briefly touched on what she was doing, but there wasn't really anything there. It was just like, where is she now? That's where she is. Okay, fine.
Yeah, I mean, some of that's my issues for not throwing it into the story.
I mean, she's
Yeah.
been through a lot already recently, so give her a
think-
week off.
I think the GM
Yeah,
should
poor-
give you the last point because he failed.
If I
That's
gave
fine,
points for every
that's
time I
fine.
failed, you guys would you guys
know,
be
right?
monsters. Awesome. Okay, let us move across then to our other 2. Pietro or Sasha? Who wants to go first?
Sasha?
Oh, okay.
Ladies first.
Mm-hmm.
So you addressed a challenge with pursuit.
Well, you
Absolutely.
you chased those students up to the rooftop.
Hey, chase them up to the rooftop. They
Absolutely.
were on the rooftop.
Well, all right, you
I-
saw
I-
them, you found them,
Yep.
and then you.
I pursued them up to the rooftop and then threw them off.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
There you go.
So I
Allegedly.
think what you just said was she spotted them there, which is the observation piece,
Yep.
and then she pursued them. So there's both points right there.
Yep.
And then beliefs, drives, heritage, background.
Yeah, I think by throwing them off, and yeah, that's pursuing the whole.
Throwing someone off a roof has been a drive for a long time.
I think I think that's fine. I'm very happy with that. You have long thought that people who are messing with you guys should be tossed off roofs.
And I proved that
Yeah, belief,
it's
yeah.
a work. It's working.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Definitely.
I love it.
Just a good job we have a good reputation with the watch.
Mhm.
Cover up the casual murder. Yeah.
Hey, well, they slipped off the
Yeah.
rooftop because they covered themselves in this lighter fluid stuff, whatever it was. The oil.
I think that happened later, but okay.
I'm pretty certain we can find some of that up on the roof.
Nice.
So it's slipped off. Yeah.
And indulgences,
funny-
scandals.
No. Don't think I really did suffer with anything from my indulgences or my scandals. No, I have to say.
What is your actual indulgence? If we were to look through
is
gambling.
Gambling. Yeah, no.
Can anyone link her willingness to gamble with things to what she did? And I'm throwing it out there, just trying to help. I mean, she's got a risk-taking attitude.
I gambled with my relationship with Mocklin.
Yes, you
better.
did. Yes, we
Maybe.
can do that. Oh, no, I'm happy
That's
with
really
that.
stretching it, but yeah, maybe.
I'm
Gamble-
all
gamble
for
with the
stretching
relationship
at this
then.
point. Everyone
Hang
stretch.
on.
And it goes back to you, Monty. If you can think of anything for yours, please, feel
Mhm.
free to stretch.
Uh,
I'm very happy with that. Pietro,
Yes, sir.
let's look at your sheet.
So we're saying 4 for me anyway. So
Yeah.
4.
So,
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
You addressed a challenge with expertise
Wow.
and or
Ooh.
calculation. Okay, well, I mean, diving into the water, I think it's not
Big
a
diving
casual
bell and
diving bell.
science involved. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and talking with Argos, making him believe we were part of his cult.
Cult?
I think that was a calculative move. Calculative.
I think you guys did that well. So, chalk off those first two and let's worry about now your beliefs, drives, heritage,
There's your background.
background.
So I went to the vineyard and
Ah.
used my well-known enophile background
Hmm.
to basically talk to them and find out what was going on.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And anything for indulgences or scandals. So luxury and your paramour are the two things you've got for your indulgences. And I
Yeah.
don't think you've got any scandals yet. Is that correct? Okay.
No, I don't think so. No,
Hmm.
but I mean, my outfit after diving in the water is absolutely ruined.
Ah, ah. And did you suffer with that?
Oh, mightily, mightily.
God bless. Okay, take your point. And what I'll say here is then with that, Monty, take your point too. I'm just going to give it to you because everybody's gotten the full 4. And let's just, I assume that there's something we could have argued that we didn't. And
It's
let's
lost in the mist
do
of
it.
time.
Yep. And then you guys can start going ahead and altering your character sheets as needed. During that, let's start talking about your downtime activities. And I know that whoever I peg first is busily in the middle of putting their points on their sheet. So instead, I'm going to talk a little bit about Lorenzo, and that'll give you some time to.
First,
Please?
coterie XP.
Darn it all. I'll always do that. Always do that. Let us look at Coterie XP. Bump. Coterie. All right, let's look at these XP.
We've also got the open hearts to open eyes. When we serve the people of Ilion, we take -2 exposure in any engagement or an additional point of favor.
I don't think you guys have any exposure then.
We had
Is that
1
correct?
point. Well, we had 1 point of exposure.
But do we want the additional point of favor instead?
Where's open hearts to open?
Right. And the unique upgrades. I think it's a new one. Don't think we've
Oh
had
yes,
it
that's
very long.
it. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah. When you serve the people of Ilion, you take -2 exposure on any engagement or an additional point of favor. I'd take the additional point of favor. Yeah.
Fair enough. You guys can put that wherever you want.
Where
And
should we?
that can also go into your house towards XP triggers and things like that if you so choose.
Point of favor.
Where do we put the favor?
I'm going to
Good
suggest. I'm
question.
going to suggest something unorthodox,
Ooh, like unorthodox.
which is that we put the point of favor with House Lavelle, Because now
Ooh.
now the people that we were concerned about are out of there.
Mm.
Maybe we should be starting to mend some bridges.
Okay, that'd take
I
you
like
down
that.
to -1.
Yeah,
It's not a
Yeah.
bad idea.
that's
Not
a
a bad
very good
idea.
idea.
I mean,
So-
you know, it's not that they like us very much still, but they're not actively hostile.
Yeah.
So let
And we
me
get 4 points of XP on the coterie as well.
So coterie XP, 4 points. Are we saying?
I
and
reckon so, because we definitely come
You
with
even- you
audacity
becoming an
and
obstacle.
unorthodoxy.
Unorthodox, certainly.
I think-
Diving. I don't think diving bell
Yeah.
has cropped up very much.
That was pretty. Anytime Felix plays, you can almost just check that off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Contended with challenges above your current station. Well, Argos is definitely above our station.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We bolstered
okay,
the coterie's
very good with
reputation or
Argos.
developed a new one with the guard, because
The Arbor.
Yeah,
and
the
the
Arborist.
arbor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You express the goals, drives,
And
and inner conflict and essential nature
Yep.
of the coterie. Yeah, we've done it.
Okay. 4
Did we get,
points.
did we get another
Yep,
one?
nice
Did we
one.
look out for the little guys? That was another one, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
The-
yeah.
the
We've
fifth
got
one.
an extra trigger. So
Look out
I
for
mean,
lightning.
literally the
What
waters
What
in
was
which
that?
we actually swam in
Yeah.
water.
I believe
think
that
you
puts us
did.
up to 6 coterie XP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, take it.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
So that takes us
Very
all
good.
out to 6. Right.
Yeah. Anthony doesn't care because he's going to kill us all
Look at
off
you
very
guys.
quickly soon.
Yeah,
so,
the amount of stress that we're
Yeah.
going to have to
Yeah.
burn.
yeah.
What position would you like in Agos's new regime? Okay.
I'm going to be at the top. Don't you worry about me.
You might want to think about
Okay.
that.
Oh, you want to be at the top of his stomach. Okay, he eats you last.
Yes.
It's like Cthulhu. Yeah.
Yeah.
East us last. Perfect. Oh, awesome, guys. Oh, man. So we've gone through a bunch of that and figured out where you guys are. Does anyone want to tell me if they're spending any points on anything cool?
So I've just filled in my body and basically taken another point in skirmish.
I filled in
Ooh,
my
That's
spirit.
nice.
I filled in spirit, took another point in sway.
Wow. Okay.
Most of my bars are at 0, so I'm starting again.
All my paths turn out at 0 now, apart from mine's got 1. Yeah.
Yeah, so a bit of a gap until I get something nice.
Blows. Mocklin, anything cool on yours?
Will be when I get rid of my my stress.
Everyone needs to update their character.
Fair
Everyone
enough.
I've updated my sheet, so Alaric is now an ex mercenary.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is an XX.
Yeah, that's anything I've done.
Very good. So Mocklin, Rob,
Yeah.
while you are deciding what to do with your points, let me
I haven't
move
got any
across
points.
to some of the others. 4.
What
4
points?
XP. 4 XP. What did
I've
you do
got
with
4 XP. Yeah. I've already added those on at my character XP. I don't have. I can't do
Okay,
anything with
So
it.
you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
No,
Got it.
I can't. I'm 4 away from max, so I can't really do anything with it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So yeah,
You're in
I've
the
just
same
got to get rid
position
of my
Monty
stress.
was.
Yeah, I've just got to get rid of my stress. That's it. So so feel free to
Okay.
move on to other people.
So let's go around. Let's go to Sasha. This is your first downtime activity. You guys have a ridiculous amount of influence. You could burn for as many activities you want. However, you're ruled by time, just like your characters are. And that time is 10 o'clock tonight. Zulu time or GMT +1 or whatever it is here. So, with that understanding, your first activity, what do you want to do?
I need to try and get some stress down. So
Brilliant.
I am thinking, I'm thinking it might be worthwhile getting together with Joris, see how we're standing, see what his thoughts have been since the dance and
Absolutely.
the fun that went on there.
Where do you set this up? Because I think you're probably the instigator of the setup.
Ooh, I think. I'm thinking because it's always nice to, go to the gym. So maybe some sort of, physical training.
Oh, I
sort
like it.
of activity
Absolutely.
with
So,
him maybe as a dueling
know,
part, sort of a sparring
brilliant.
partner.
I think that the barracks where he's at has a area that's a gymnasium slash sparring area, and his troops are all in there, and he's monitoring them doing their stuff. When you come in, and it turns into a little bit of a spectacle where they're all watching to see how their new captain does against this interesting, when I say interesting, muscled, smart, well-known person comes into the ring against him.
Mhm.
How do you want to fight this?
Uh,
Are you going to put him in his place?
well, since all his men are there, yeah.
It is. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you make a roll in your skirmish, and
Mhm.
let's see what happens.
Okay.
Do you want to do anything for that, or you're just going to skirmish?
Yeah, just
I
it's
assume you
skirmish.
not want to burn any more stress when you're trying to relieve stress. So
You don't try to
fair
relieve
enough.
stuff.
Yeah, just skirmishing with the guy,
Just skirmishing.
and you know that you could give it a more oomph at your best because stress and everything else, but you're still fighting him full up.
Yeah. So I'm.
The rattan practice swords are smacking against each other with loud clacks, and all of his troops gather around to see what happens. There's the 6 we wanted, and not so. Describe to us how you defeat him in front of his
Uh,
troops.
well, I think it's going to be, sort of, as you say, the swords are clanking away at each other, and he comes in for a sort of a forceful attack, and I just basically almost drop to the floor, and my leg swoops round underneath him, and I just basically pull his legs out from underneath him, and let him almost sail over the top of me, spin round to stand up, and then basically, yeah, my rattan sword is just on his chest, leaning down.
Oh,
I'm looking at him.
his well-muscled chest is heaving with the breath that he's lost in this. And
A heaving bosom. It's always good to see in a
you know it.
romantic settlement.
And he's not, of course, he's not wearing a shirt. But anyway, he his eyes when they catch you right
Uh-huh.
at that point, even with all of the people around, it's a look of pride.
I'm smiling away. I move the rattan sword off his chest and hold out my hand to pull him upright again, standing up.
He stands up. What did I do wrong? He says out to the troops, who just stand there dumbly. And then he points at you and says, "What did I do wrong?"
You tried to use your body weight to overpower me. You can't do that. You can't do that when you have somebody who is as skilled and flexible, getting out the way and dodging and evasive.
What my dear Sasha is trying to tell you is overconfidence will kill you, he says to his men. And they go, "Oh," because some of what you said may have been slightly lost on them. But let us make a roll for your stress, and let's kill some of that stuff. Hopefully a decent amount. I love that scenario.
You can roll it on your character sheet, I think.
Okay.
I think you can. Where are you? Yeah, you roll indulge under there. Click on indulge. That's it. I'm always forgetting about that button because it's over, completely over the other side from the stress button. There you go, indulgence.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
How much stress do you have?
7, I believe I have at the moment. Let me just check.
Well,
Perfect.
not anymore. You're down to 1.
4, 5, 6, 7 I have. So I'm down to 1. Lovely.
That's really
That's
nice.
very nice.
Wow.
It was a very, very, very
Satisfying.
nice. Yeah, very satisfying session.
So as Jorah turns to you, he calls out to his men, "Okay, get some sleep. You know that we have the nighttime shift for the Corvetto's tomb."
Okay.
Okay, let us move across Pietro.
Hang on, let's just write that down. So Captain Jorah's men have the nighttime shift.
Nighttime shift at the old Corvetto's tomb. What's that about?
Okay, right. Pietro is just going. It really doesn't have much stress, so he.
Got to really work him more.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're working the rest of us.
he's just very laid back.
I know.
I have to say, he's a cool guy. So he's going to do some training. He's going to go find the house blade master.
Very good.
And do some body training inside the house. So nothing too exciting.
So the house blade master was the one who used to run you guys,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And
Well, I'm
so
if you're going to help me out or organize one of his students.
no, he will do it himself.
Okay.
And so he will work with you on that. As the blades clash and you're moving together, and here it's dulled heavy metal blades. That's his preference. So a mistake can mean a broken arm, as opposed to a raised welt of bruises, as would happen with rattan.
Mhm.
He clashes with you, but you can tell he's giving he's not going full on to what you remember.
Okay.
And there's the snap, snap, snap of the swords smashing together. There's a scream and sparks as you push down on him towards his hilt and shove him back with a kick to where he falls onto the ground. And he goes, "Oh, you got me."
Hmm.
Hmm.
You treat me too gently.
Ah,
How am I supposed to learn if you don't give it your best?
he stands and looks around at the other retainers and steps in close and sort of claps you on the arm and leans in. He says, "Everyone is watching." And then he sort of steps back.
Yeah.
And go ahead and make a roll for your stress.
It's not a stress roll.
Oh, no. This is
It's
training.
just training.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got the training. I
Yeah.
think the training, even though it's not as martial, may even be, it's you're getting something from this. But there's a slight warning there.
Yep. Okay. Interesting. All right. Okay. So yeah, I'm done.
Just take your point.
That's my first action. So yeah.
Hurry. Okay, Rob, I can't hear you. I think you're talking to someone on your website, which is awesome. And we still can't hear you because you're beautiful. I love your beard.
Can you?
But-
Can somebody else go before me?
Absolutely.
Thank you very
Let
much.
us go to Monty. Sorry about that, but I loved it.
Monty he wants to acquire resources and get the use of some foxes
Oh,
as
that's
a
interesting.
to basically shadow Andrea if she leaves the house, make sure that she's safe, and also to make sure that there's no residual influence from unwanted parties.
Okay,
She's
I will
been
do
she's
that.
been under because she's been in in
Does the
because
house
she's
have foxes?
we had a temporary set and then we had a permanent set, I think.
Yeah, we have a permanent group of foxes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
for your downtime, I'll be glad to let you use the ones you've got right now
Mm-hmm.
to shadow movements and make sure she's safe.
And also report back if there's
Here-
anything suspicious.
Is what they report back. She has been to the university multiple times.
Hmm. Interesting.
And on about the fourth or fifth time, she comes back and there seems to be some sort of triumph that has happened.
Hmm. Yes.
I'll just throw that out there.
I did wonder whether there might be something in there. Hmm.
I'll tell you what, I'll let you as part of this.
If our one-eyed
if you
friends
would
at
like to
university,
chat with her?
wasn't he? Yes.
Let's chat. Okay. Feel free. Because you're spending one of your big turns. I'm perfectly happy with that. So she's in. She's in the house, and I think when you catch her, she is watering the plants around you guys' apartments, open spaces.
Hmm. Andrea,
Hello.
how are
She
you?
moves over. She moves over right to you
Yeah.
and gives you a kiss. I mean, it's obvious that she cares for you.
We have a hug as well. How are you settling into the house? How are you? No problem, no issues, no one bothering you.
It's wonderful. I've never had I don't know what to say. Freedom. It's this much freedom.
When you've not had it for when you've been under someone else's direction
How
for
do you
so
say?
long.
How do? Yeah, very well said.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yes, I have long felt a pawn in every game.
Yes. Yes. Obviously, we say we know Cosomo is still out there, so just don't enjoy the freedom all at once. Just be careful. Just keep a
Oh,
careful eye out because
oh, absolutely.
that guy is
But I have
yeah.
some news for you.
Oh, what news?
I've been accepted. I've been accepted to the university. It was a dream forever, but I won't do it if you don't want me to. But I've been accepted.
What do you want them to learn?
History.
Okay. Just like world history or local history or
Oh yeah, and the history of Arcana, and you name it. I'm excited.
I've got the ability. My character has the ability to tell if someone's lying to me. Is she
She
straight
is
up?
not lying to you.
She's straight up. Yeah.
She is absolutely pleased that she has. It's empowering. If you think of a
Mm.
person who has been completely repressed many times, this is the first time she has gone out on her own to somewhere, talked to people, and been accepted for her own smarts.
No merits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well
So
done.
she's pretty pleased.
I'm very pleased for you. We should have a little party and cake and.
Absolutely. And the dean of Arcana history, he is taking me under his wing already. I'm so excited.
Is he missing any particular body parts?
What? What?
Did he have how many eyes does he have?
Oh, he does wear an eye patch.
Yeah. You need to be
What?
very careful. You need to be very careful.
What?
He
This is a good thing. I've been allowed into the university.
Oh, that part is fantastic. I'm
I'm
ecstatic.
so glad you're happy for me.
Just
My
need to be
brother would
careful.
never have let me do this.
Well, yeah. I mean, he had his. I think he had his own ideas, but he was unfortunately limited horizons. I think sometimes.
You don't not want me to go to the university, do you?
No, I think you should. If you want, you should go. If that's something you're gonna want to make you happy, but you just need to be very careful of the one-eyed man.
Okay.
I'm playing Treasure Island vibes. What? Oh, that's the one-legged man, isn't it? But,
So
yeah.
I truly enjoy the painful position I put you in, where you're trying to support her in her move, but also knowing the problems behind it. That's a good thing.
Just
Well done.
The only thing we see the one-eyed man is well, let me tell you. Well, he lost his eye in this house.
What?
He was spying on us. We didn't know it was him, but we just saw this eye appeared out of one of the crab creatures, and we squashed the eye, and then
What?
suddenly he appeared with an eye patch. So he's involved with summoning these creatures. So you need to be very careful.
So even in my first logic class, they would say that doesn't necessarily lead to just because you did something, and I
That's not the only evidence.
oh,
But
okay, okay.
it's one part of it. I mean, so just the only thing. So I'm more than happy for you to be at the university, but you just need to be very careful.
Okay.
Be aware
absolutely.
that there are other influences at play. at play here.
I do have two
I mean,
classes with him.
I think it might be good if you haven't already. When it might be worth training together,
Oh, okay.
and then you can if you do need to you have the option to defend yourself.
Oh, okay. My brother never did that.
Well,
And
he thought imagine he thought he's a fighter himself, so he probably thought he could do the protection for you, which is admirable, but it doesn't give you much opportunity to protect yourself if he wasn't there, for example.
I see what you're saying. It's the converse.
I just don't want anything to happen to you after we fought so hard to be together. I don't want anything to happen to you.
I appreciate your concern and your support and your training. It's so much more than I deserve, and I will be incredibly careful with the dean.
What flavor cake would you like?
I'm sorry?
And what flavor cake would you like?
Oh, almond.
Ah, good choice.
So let us move from there, where I think you've gotten sort of what you wanted out of that.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. She's not going to be quite so.
Naive. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Very
not
good.
going to be quite so. I don't know the right phrasing, but yeah.
So I have been slightly careful in calling him the dean and other things like that, because I don't know if you guys know the name of this person yet.
I think we do.
I think you do.
Is it
but-
Mikhail or something?
Yeah, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. So I was looking at you guys, sort of go, oh, okay, because she would have. Yep.
I think it was
she
fairly
would have used
recently.
the name. Yeah.
Yeah.
She would have used that name, and you would have recognized it.
Mm.
And it's a
Danielle
little scary to think.
Aquilani.
Ah.
So, understanding that, when she takes off in the morning to go to classes, you'll be thinking about that.
But it'd be wrong of me to hold her back and restrain her like everybody else has. So it wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, that would suck.
Mm. But
Very
maybe
good.
maybe she can give him a quick swift dagger to the guts or something while she's there.
Hey, you never. Yep. Who knows? Mocklin,
Yes, sir.
what's your first activity?
Getting rid of stress.
Very good. How do you choose to do so? Rose? Ruby? Excuse me.
I could go Rosie if you want, but I think Ruby would be a little bit pissed with me.
Oh, yeah, she would.
Yeah, let's
right
go
now.
with Ruby, and let's go for
Oh, yeah,
a
Ruby would
bit of
be-
arts and music.
So, what's Ruby doing right now?
Getting dressed.
No, for job and everything else. I think you guys did stuff. What's she up to? Do you remember? Pietro?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Well, because of
She's
the fact
working
that
at
she
the orphanage, isn't she?
No, Ruby isn't.
Isn't she? I thought she was at the orphanage for us.
No,
Well, we
that
know,
was,
wasn't she? We asked, wasn't she working at a cafe down on the
yeah,
docks?
she was working at a cafe, but because of the fact that she netted me, things have gotten a little bit. I don't know where it came from, but in the tabloids, there's a lot of heat around me at the moment, and so basically they've been kind of pestering her, so she's kind of in between jobs at the moment.
Fair enough.
And she's working with friends of hers, and then when the restaurant by the coast side where she used to be really needs her, then she'll go and go there. And they've been very nice. Both places have been very nice, where they've basically said they don't know where she is, they don't know when she'll be back. Thank you very much.
Very good. So where do you meet her?
At home.
Okay. Very good. Um, home in the house?
Yeah. At her house, her apartment.
Her house.
Yeah.
All right. So she has a small apartment above a fishmonger's off of one of the minor canals,
Yep.
and she greets you with a big hug.
It's always lovely to get hugs from you, but Ruby, darling, if you don't get dressed, we might be late. And then I wink at her.
Undressed?
And then I wink at her,
Very
and
good.
I follow her into the bedroom. I don't, however, think
Very-
that tonight we're actually going to get into any of my indulgences.
She says, she doesn't know where you're going or what you're doing. So she's at a bit of a loss, how to dress, whatever. You can tell that just by the look across her face.
Darling, if you weren't so ravenously gorgeous, we would be going to the theatre.
We're going to the theater?
Yeah, they're doing a new piece of music down there. So I think basically they've had enough of the last bit of popular music that they've been entertaining the
Oh,
city folk with. So they've
that
come up
thing with
with a new
that
piece.
thing with the bear, that thing with the bear that was running. That was really avant-garde.
Yeah, that was really good. I went for the opening night. Did I tell you?
Did you really?
I did. I saw
With-
the bear in full flow. Whoever was inside that suit, it looked so realistic.
Wow. I
Yeah.
wish I'd been there. You should have taken me. Ah,
Unfortunately, it was business. I was with the old man Corvetto. It was the last time he went
Oh.
out before his demise.
oh,
God
that's
rest
terrible.
his soul.
Oh. Yeah, she does the same. That would have been phenomenal. So what are we seeing?
Well, it's just an orchestra. There's nobody singing. It's just a new little ditty, or 3 or 4 ditties. Hopefully, it's supposed to be quite good. It's done a tour of the world, and it's finally come here. So I thought we'd go on opening night, and I've got a box.
Mm.
And so yeah.
So she looks around, and you can tell she's a little stressed about what she's wearing. And she puts on something. She tries it on, and she's like, and she
I go to the
discards it.
coat closet and I get out the ladies' large coat that goes basically to just below the knee, and I say, darling, just in case the music's crass, just wear this. I'm sure we'll find something else to do.
So, having been married to a female for some years, that does freaking nothing to make her feel better. And so she instead moves around the room. She's trying on various things, and you notice that over and over she is unhappy with the fit. And finally, she settles. Oh, I heard a laugh.
Yeah.
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 She settles on a slightly more voluminous
Mhm.
dress.
You better get that
And-
ring on her finger and fast.
And then she happily takes the coat, and out you go.
Let's just say my first sister arrived 6 months after my mum and dad got married.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting how fast you jumped to that. Anyway,
So yeah, so it looks like you won't be the last of your line for very much longer.
No, I know, right? How exciting is this? It's either that or she's having stomach cramps because she's eaten too much crab.
okay, let us cut to your box,
Okay.
the box seat.
My box or her box?
Ha ha! You've already cut there multiple times. So let's cut
Yes.
to yours.
Okay.
The music's playing. She's sitting next to you, and you're doing your stress relief when she leans in and she does say, I am pregnant.
I lean in and I give her a hug.
As all good training tells you to do.
Well done.
Yep.
What does your face look like over her shoulder? Camera zooms out.
She doesn't see that. That's the important thing. She just feels the hug. But Ruby's pregnant.
And then I pull away and I've got tears streaming down my cheeks. I went, that's fantastic news.
Awesome.
And
Go ahead
then
and
I
roll
give
your
her
stress
another
relief.
big hug.
I don't know if this is a proper time to roll for stress relief, but go ahead and roll your stress relief.
Oh, I
But,
think you should give me all of it.
We'll see. We'll see.
How do I do stress relief again? Is it indulge?
I think so.
Oh, give me 6 extra bonus dice because I did so well and I got a round of applause from everyone.
Everyone laughed. Everyone enjoyed it. And you obviously
Sadly, no
haven't taken
bonus
quite the
dice.
precautions.
I got a 4.
Good enough. 4. So I think that's actually fairly good because if you think about it, you probably would have gone out with her and had a full 6 stress relief. Everything's good. Instead, you got a little bit of stress added back.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
fair enough.
But I'm not happy with having 3 left. So I want to burn
enough.
an influence to get rid of the last 3.
Okay, with the risk that you could go over.
What's the downside if I go over?
You might be out for the next session, or you might be lost in your passion, or you might be, there's a lot of downsides.
So I've got to basically roll a 3 or a 2.
Or a 1.
No, 1's not worth it.
Fair enough.
Pete, what's the chances of me getting a 3 or a 2 on a D6?
2
1
out
in
of
3.
6.
Yeah. Got a 1 in 3 chance.
I just got
33.3%.
I just got a 4, so I'm sure last
Brutal.
time I rolled more than 1 D6.
In the past, we had said that you have to use one of your actions, as you had the option to use one of your actions to help someone else, but you couldn't use it for any other reason.
Okay, and how would that have helped?
Oh, it's meant that this meant that their overindulgence means that they only had like they couldn't choose what they did with their other action. They were able to help someone else, but that was otherwise they lost that action basically.
Okay,
That's one thing that we did for overindulgence previously.
fair enough. So it's not quite as damaging if he goes over. That's what you're saying. He
Yeah.
basically would lose his next action. Okay. That's not a terrible thing. So if you want to attempt that
Yeah,
with the
I'm going to
understanding.
attempt it. I'll burn the thing, and basically we're gonna start talking about the baby. If we
Okay.
know whether it's a boy or a girl, names, etc.
No idea.
Okay.
Wonderful. She's very, very concerned about your.
I
There you
got
go.
the 3.
Wow.
I'm
Well
stress
done.
free.
I think that means also that you have made her stress free, where she was deeply concerned about your principality and everything else. You have calmed her to the point that she is feeling better about the whole thing.
Yeah. However, I do increase her stress by 2 because I have to say, my darling Ruby, because of this news, I don't want to have a bastard. I want a son or a daughter. I've already asked you for your hand in marriage. Please tell me whether you accept. And we will be
I do.
married before the child is born.
I do. And she hugs you.
Yay!
Yay!
The crowd goes
Awesome.
wild.
More cake.
Yes, we're gonna put the Bakers Guild into full production. We're gonna get that favour up.
Let's do it after 3.
Nice. Brilliant.
We'll ignore the
Oh,
poop
she-
juice.
no, no
Exactly.
poop juice.
Exactly. Dick-shaped pastries for everyone.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Glazed and everything.
I'm happy
Well
as
done.
Larry.
Let
Okay.
us move back across to our other folks. So, where did we start? Was it Sasha?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Second action.
Number 2.
Oh, ah, oh, ah, oh,
Oh, ah, oh,
oh,
ah,
ah, oh, ah, oh, ah, oh, oh, ah, oh, ah.
Someone else?
Yeah.
Well,
Fair enough.
someone's having fun.
Pietro?
Yeah, Pietro's going to keep training.
Very good.
So that's
great,
fact,
great.
that's very simple for him. So yeah,
Okay. With this, I think that the fight just goes on.
yeah, that's fine.
Absolutely. And the clashing is loud. We'll see how you roll and see exactly, if you fart this all up, you might get a bruise of some sort. But come here. I would say that Naldo leans in tight and says, "Do not consider your position safe," and then pushes away from you.
Okay.
And you're smacking at each other.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll your de-stress.
I'm not stressing.
Oh no, this is training. Never mind. So you get your point, and you get that little warning.
Okay. Thank you.
Very good. Okay. Can we go back to Sasha?
Can you read that screen?
It's quite small.
Not just small, it's blurry.
It is blurry. Yeah, I think you're. Oh gosh, that's definitely No, there's. Okay, your display's doing weird stuff.
I'm like, what the?
Yeah, no, Christine. Yeah, sorry, the display on Christine's laptop is.
All over the place. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's flickering.
Would you like me to
Flickering.
move to Monty?
A line through it.
Well, it's got lines and it's flickering and all sorts. Yeah.
Can't see. How do I get this?
We might need to do a reboot.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Well, while you're doing that, let's move to Monty and see what he does next, knowing that his paramour is attending university. How cool is that?
Yeah. Monty would like to go and find initially.
Self-actualizing.
Yeah, Monty would like to actually go and find Sasha and Mocklin and
Sasha and Mocklin.
explain the situation and say that if any teachings that you can give to Andrea would be in the way of mental protection and physical protection, defense would be most appreciated.
So let's role play this slightly. I know that Sasha is going through a reboot,
Sorry.
but you still can hear. I think that this is once again in the common room,
I said nothing. My eyes have gone funky.
and you find the two of them are in there, which they're chatting amongst themselves. I don't know if Mocklin is telling her anything important, but Mocklin and she are in the room together as you walk in. Mocklin, what are you chatting with Sasha about?
Well, as soon as I see Monty come in, I stick my hands up. Nothing's going on here.
I wouldn't suspect. I wouldn't have thought. I wouldn't have presumed there was, Mocklin.
Oh, that's all right then. Who am I talking to? Sorry, Sasha.
Yes.
Well, we were just talking about how crap my internet speed is at the moment.
We need to get fibre for the house. Yeah, fibre for the house.
This coterie cannot keep doing these type of speeds. It's unacceptable.
Well done.
Yes.
I can't believe it. I'm
seriously.
not even getting 100 megs.
Wow.
God
So
damn it.
seriously, you and Sasha find yourselves alone in the common room chatting.
Yeah.
And it's not often it's just the two of you. I mean, there's others in the group that always are there. It's just the two of you.
So I'm going to be telling her about the fact that I'm going to be a dad and Ruby's agreed to marry me, and I'm a little bit nervous about everything, and I don't know quite what to do. And it's great news, but I didn't plan on being a father. I've got to change my ways, I know. I've now got to stop being quite so reckless because I need to bring the child up properly. And
he goes beads for blood magic.
And in the regal manner that tradition
Garden-time
dictates. And it's all
what I bet.
And I needed to tell someone who would be honest and straight to the point with me.
Wow.
And I look at Sasha's eyes, and my eyes are kind of like pleading, going, please tell me I haven't fucked this up.
Sasha, what do you say to this young man?
I definitely don't think you've fucked anything up. I think you've achieved a great win, in all honesty. I think there are many people out there that would have happily seen your house fail, and you're ensuring your house is rising with everything you do
My house definitely rose.
Oh yeah.
You need to keep your her safe.
Yeah.
Considering
You might
someone killed your brother.
Might have been good to keep your house under wraps.
Yeah.
I think you definitely have to ensure your house is protected.
I'll make sure it's kept in my pants at all times.
Very good. So into this conversation, you walk.
Yeah, just as I say, I'll make sure I keep it in my pants. Monty walks in.
Yes. Like, ah.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, we're making a cake.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
That makes
Andrea
2 cakes then. Monty,
Andrea
my
has
dear
good
boy.
news.
How the hell are you?
Got a line through all the writing, isn't there?
Oh yeah, I know, it's still not great. is it?
happy and hungry and a bit concerned. I think
Okay.
I would. I
Let's
would
go
be. I
with
think
the
it would.
concerned, then let's go with the happy, and then let's go with the hungry.
That seems like a plan to me. I would. I think Andrea could benefit from both of yours expert knowledge in your fields in combat and knack things.
Ah, I thought
As
you were going
Andrea
to be
has.
talking about sowing the seeds of life and debauchery and womanizing. I didn't think Andrea was going to be in for any of those.
We haven't got that far yet. Things are things are going. Things are. We haven't had. Yeah, we have. We. I don't know. We haven't got to that point yet. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how things go.
Okay, uncharacteristically, Mocklin would always or has always looked out for Monty in certain ways, but on this occasion he just simply turns around with a big grin on his face and say, Monty, whatever I can do for you, you just name it, tell me when, and I'll do it.
That's very kind of you.
Thank you, sweetie.
Hopefully it's less painful than being hit by lightning this time.
You're welcome, Rob.
Thank you, sweetie.
And Andrea's been accepted to the university.
Apart
history.
from that,
How cool is that?
yeah, very cool.
There's somebody there that we know is rather dangerous. So we were hoping you would be able to give her some train assistance. Are they letting her join you in training so she can knows how to defend herself against either knack-based things or physical things? Obviously, she's a beginner in this area, but any form of protection will be beneficial, I think.
Any form of protection, Rob.
You late for Rob?
I don't want. I mean, I don't. It would be wrong of me to say she couldn't go after she's been kept restrained for so long by so many people. It would be. I can't do that to her. But I also don't want her walking into the lion's den with the lion sitting there with a plate ready, as it were.
I understand your concern. From my individual expertise, I have nothing that I can offer her unless she also takes on magic. But the problem with that would be you're putting her directly into the lion's path. I
Yeah.
can't protect her. I can't.
Well, I think he's already
The-
taken an interest.
The
So
only thing that I could maybe do is to get a lucky charm that would that I might be able to imbue with something. I would need to work out how to do it, but I might be able to put on either a mind affecting or a distrust charm onto that lucky charm. So she will either be able to not be mind control or compelled to do something, or when somebody speaks, she will see straight through it as either truth or lie.
yes.
But if she wears
I
that,
can coach you in some regard in that regard as well, because I can.
yeah,
Okay.
I think the
you are
latter, if I can do it, would be the better, because you've been, as far as I'm aware, you've been nothing but honest with her. She will understand your honesty. When and it also depends on other things. If I do it right, it might be a fantastic charm. However, if I get something slightly out of place, it would literally just tell her whether it's a blatant lie or a blatant truth. If somebody believes that what they're saying is truth, it may beguile the charm. So I need the time to make sure that the magics are done properly so that we can't circumnavigate it.
Oh yes,
And,
it's not going to be instant. Yeah, that's fine.
and there's every chance that this may destroy me.
We
Okay.
don't want that to happen.
Yeah. Quick pause. How many activities has everyone done?
It's a 2 for me.
2?
One.
Sasha? 1?
Oh, hello. Why
1
got
for you,
balloons?
Rob? 1.
Oh.
The
And
balloons go past.
I think basically if I do that,
that's
yeah, I
victory,
get
right?
balloons.
99,
That's
and
awesome.
they're not all red
Oh,
balloons.
What is that?
That's really cool. Didn't work for you.
Doesn't work for you.
Uh,
No, it's, no.
No,
You
no.
haven't got
Only
the
for
right
people that are
fingers.
only if people of pure heart. Watch there, pure heart. Oh yay, balloons!
Yeah, the balloons
that's
know the
amazing.
people who throw people off roofs.
Okay, what I'm going to say for
You're-
Monty and for Mocklin, if you're going to burn each of you one of your downtime pieces, you can make a charm, and
Cool,
you
yeah.
tell me what the charm means. Okay, take 2 seconds to think about it while I go hit the little boy's room, and we'll be back to finish the last 30 minutes of the game with the other people who have less than 2 to go. There we go.
Does it do
And
it if we do
nope,
it?
it only works for Pietro because he's a pure heart.
That's my special superpower.
Okay, Monty,
What happens if you do one finger?
you get one balloon.
Ah,
Well, one finger like that.
Yeah.
Nothing. You get nothing.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Twenty
gonna
fingers?
take this out.
Twenty fingers, yeah.
This is comedy gold, I'm telling you.
Idea.
Anything?
What happens if you do that? We get both.
Oh, you get confetti!
Awesome.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, nothing.
That's obviously just.
Yeah, what about if
just
you
the
put your
knack-
thumbs up?
Yeah. Try thumbs up.
Hey!
Oh, awesome! I got to find out about this.
No,
dear.
what if you put your V's up and a thumbs up?
Okay, let's try this. See if that gets. Does that get me anything? No, that doesn't get me anything.
What about a heart?
What was that? Oh, heart. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah!
Hey!
We're gonna hit Anthony with some of these when he comes back.
Oh, definitely.
So what was it again? So we had. So that gives me confetti.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thumbs up was
And
fireworks.
Thumbs up is fireworks. Hang on. Here we go. Fireworks. And then we got heart.
It's got to be more. Come on. Look at that. Look at that.
What about one
Look
thumb
at
up? What about one thumb up?
One thumb up. A good question.
it. Anything?
Ooh.
Oh.
Just a thumb up.
Okay, what about a heart on the side of the cheek, like the Koreans do?
A heart on the side of the cheek.
Yeah,
What?
so you
Oh,
kind
not heard.
of do that.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
What about unicorn?
Okay, hang on. Oh, we've got some stuff here. 8 hands side. What have we got here? Right. Thought bubbles on Discord video calls. There we go. Ba, 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 ba.
Okay. Martin, what do you want me to make?
Yeah. A
Two
confusion.
fireworks haven't.
Confusion
okay.
charm.
Oh.
Thunderstorm?
Yeah, I don't know about one. Yeah, we
Oh,
get the
down
little,
thumb.
you get-
Yeah.
Yeah, you get one. You get a down arrow for that. You get. Look at this, Anthony.
Oh, no way.
Hang on, Anthony.
Hang on.
That's what the heck? That's awesome.
Hang on. What?
It only works for Pietro though. It doesn't work for Sasha.
Is it because it might be because he's the only one. He's the only one who doesn't have a
Hard.
background. Because we've all got backgrounds on.
I wonder. No, it's
Well,
yeah.
To be fair,
Background kills
Anthony, that did look like you were trying to eat a burger.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
the backgrounds kill it. That's interesting.
But
Very,
it doesn't
very-
work for my hand.
Oh, yeah, it
Yes,
does.
yeah.
Hey, I did. Yeah, I did. Look at that.
Yay!
Phenomenal. Oh my word.
Okay, so Martin, what charm
Yes.
do we want?
I was thinking something like a confusion,
Are we back online? Are we back on the video?
We
Oh, we've
never
been going the whole
left.
Very good. Even better. Okay.
We had
What
so
is
too
this
much
charm
fun
gonna
with Pete and his backgrounds.
I was thinking something like confusion or just a dazed effect, so that it gives a chance to He basically goes into just kind of glazes over for like a minute or something like that, and she gives a chance to get away. That's probably what I was thinking. That might be something.
A dazed
would trigger it?
effect.
What would trigger it?
Well, first of all, I'm going to tell him not to accept any jewelry or any items from this guy. No bracelets or
Okay.
necklaces or anything of that nature.
That's
Um,
fair enough.
Yeah.
Anything that seems
Oh, you got it plugged in. Again.
unreasonable from a it doesn't make sense with what with the study.
Okay.
We're still going massively hot.
So she's now paranoid of one of her main professors. Gotcha.
Yeah, with good reason, I think this one.
Oh no, absolutely.
See,
So what does
I
the
would
charm do, and what triggers it?
see. I would actually say that's a little bit, yeah.
The fans
Need it a little bit more simpler.
Mm.
down to
Um, So, like I said, I think the best thing that we could do would be to get her to realize magically the intent behind the person.
Oh, so basically, maybe some kind of yeah. So if she detects that there's
I'd say
lying
to-
going on, it will trigger an
Yes.
effect possibly.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
If
so
she's
the,
lied to,
so the trigger is the charm detects whether the
Falsehood.
person is speaking falsely. The effect is she gets
They need to pee really badly.
yes
hey, I understand that tonight.
yeah basically she gets this feeling of needing to pee really really quickly so she can
Need to
make
leave the
excuses to
area.
go.
Mm.
However, if she's actually out in public, that could cause a problem. I would more than likely say, what about like a tingling in their hands, or she goes like, or her hearing is affected, or her eyesight is affected slightly. Something
The
Mm.
prickling in
that's
her thumbs.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if she does like she when she's lied to, she puts her hands up like this, and then hearts just appear out of nowhere, and then she can just bugger off because that will
Yeah.
actually surprise the individual as well.
Yeah.
No, but something like that. I mean, if we could do something
Yeah.
like that, it just needs to be subtle so that she can safeguard.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm saying this, Monty, is because I think that the next person, and I kind of like grab hold of Sasha and bring her in, would be this lady to teach her some moves so that she can defend herself.
Yes, that was the plan. Physical
By
and mental
knowing
protection.
that she's possibly in danger, she can then deal with it. That's going to
Have to
take
conceal
longer
it.
than what I need to do. We just need something simple so that she knows what she's up against.
Hey,
Do you
so
agree with that?
Macbeth, by the prickling in my thumbs, something wicked this way comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we call
that
it
would-
the Scottish play. Thank you. Yeah, but basically exactly that. So
Mm.
if both of her thumbs start to twitch and get pins and needles, then she knows that something's going on.
And we'll give her
like
some
it.
and I'll give her some basic stuff like don't if he asks for like after hours classes and things like that. Any extra sessions, don't accept any jewelry, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
bracelets, and collars, and that kind
absolutely.
of stuff. Just basically, yeah. Don't just keep as far spend
Yeah,
as little time as possible with him as possible.
fair enough. Okay,
There is
You've
something
spent the
else that I can
stress.
do for her, but
her butt.
no, there's something else that I can do for her,
Okay,
but it will need payment of some form. And I think that will be more than you're prepared to pay for, Monty. I think the charm is the simplest
What?
thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Ooh.
out of character, I can basically consort with the supernatural and the denizens
Oh
of.
yeah, you can.
So if I strike a bargain for something like a fairy to guard her, watch over her, they'll want paying in some form.
Mm.
You also could just send Granddad to do it the whole time.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I've
Really
got
need
plans
to-
for Grandad.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I've got plans for Grandad, especially where Aragos is concerned.
Mm.
Yeah, if you're gonna consort with the fairy realm, that's gonna start pushing into the stress.
Yeah. So and they don't do things for free. So they might
Oh
want
no, they don't.
they
Yeah.
might want sacrifices weekly of fresh blood.
Yeah, your firstborn son, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thumbelina, the Princess and the Pig, that type of stuff. It's just
Okay.
not worth it. But that's the only other thing that I can do. The charm, I
I mean,
think, is the best thing.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, out of character. I mean, this guy's pretty powerful, so there's not, there's not a lot we can. There's not necessarily too much we can do. if he's-
That's very difficult.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah. Well,
As
I
long as
don't
she's got a
think he's
fighting
as
chance.
powerful as
Yeah.
Sasha. Let's put it like that.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we know what we're doing. I'm just gonna create a charm that that detects truth stroke lie. The effect is on
Yep.
a
Gives
lie.
a warning.
It's tingling in both
Warning.
thumbs. If she doesn't get
Got
it, then it's a truth.
Okay.
Okay,
I
and
think
I'm
that is
I'm
perfect.
very, very quickly going to say I'm going to train her in some very simple hand-to-hand combats, but I'm also basically gifting her the sister of my little whippet, and that is trained
Ah.
to basically growl, bark, basically create a fuss. But basically, she's going to be gifted a little pet whippet that's trained distraction, biting, and causing a fuss so she can slip out and get away. And
For the simple cost of your second activity, you can do that. Plus, you can take a training for training her.
okay,
Fair enough?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
nice.
Thank
lovely.
you. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Yeah, very happy with
So-
that.
Very good. So take a training as you train her, and the sister of the whippet will now be with Andrea. Andrea, there's a little bit of a, I get your concern. I get the over concern. It's almost a little bit of a worry that you're turning into her brother.
It was I definitely don't want to
because
take that. Take that route,
she's
yeah.
just now found some freedom and
Yeah.
herself.
Yeah.
But she wants to. She still is desperately in love with you, but you don't want it to be because of you're now her new brother, right?
No, exactly, exactly.
And so you give her that space. You give her the pieces to protect herself.
We're equipping her into the
And-
environment she's going into.
Absolutely. And it has cost you a downtime, it's cost Mocklin a downtime, and has cost Sasha a downtime, even though you have gotten other things from it. And by the way, Rob, if you would like to take a training for what you did for your magic, you may do so for your downtime.
No, I'm fine. What I was going to say was when we hand over the charm to her, I'll hand it over, explain what it does, explain the reasons behind it, and I will, in my gauche fashion, just tell her blatantly what this guy has done up to date. So she's in control. We're just giving her tools to keep her safe than she might not have been.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Monty.
Would I be able to, when we come back round, would I be able to burn an influence
Or
for my second downtime after I've made the charm?
okay.
Can I burn an
Yep.
influence on the coterie? I don't know whether it's supposed to be there. We've got a clock, and it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-piece clock to find Cosomo and kill him. I would like to use my influence to try and help to start that clock going. I know it's already going, but I would like to use the influence point for my second downtime whilst I'm doing the charmy bits and what have you, to put the feelers out, find out if we've got any ideas of where Cosomo might be. even if it's something that he owned within House Lavelle that I can scry upon, so that I
So-
can help fill that clock up.
So what I will do, because of how I want the game to go, is you're going to get something. Don't worry about that clock right now.
Okay, that's
I'll
fine then.
give that to you as your second downtime. Okay. Well, you're paid for second downtime. I also want to talk to Monty really quickly
Mm-hmm.
about how Andrea feels about this gentleman giving her this stuff who just shot her brother dead.
Yeah.
And her trust of that.
I used a
I
sword.
see a hand wave.
Didn't I use a
Okay.
sword?
Was it a sword? I think it was a sword, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do we have a sword fight or a gun fight? I think it was a sword fight.
No, I'm sure it was a sword
So-
fight.
Whatever the case, the dude who killed her brother, either by shooting him in the forehead or eviscerating him, still in her eyes is the picture of the slash across his abdomen and his the loops of his entrails falling out as he's trying to shove them back in, and he falls and he's screaming, and yeah. Anyway, and he hands her this gift that you've asked him to give her, and she looks at you, okay, and puts the charm over her neck and goes, okay.
Well, I say, well, it's as I say, I say to her, regardless, recent events have been unkind. But Mocklin has saved my life on numerous occasions. I mean, he took a lightning bolt to the body for me to save my life when I was out there trying to save or we were trying to save the cadets in the bay. So I'm sure I regret the most recent events, and he regrets the most recent events as well.
She looks at you with those dark, dark eyes that she's got and gives you a little pat on the cheek. Says, I trust you, but he did kill my brother.
Yes.
I'll wear this. I'll watch for the prickling in my thumbs. I promise. But I
Thank
can't
you.
love him as you do.
No, I don't. I don't expect you to. Just don't. Everybody loves Rockland.
Very good.
But yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, as long as you, but he's the only one with the skill set to produce this. And the
I
person you're
understand.
going up against is schooled in, highly trained in that area of expertise.
Up against, he seems like a good professor. He encourages me. He said I'm one of his smarter students.
I think that's how he gains trust with people. He has
You
been
think
sacrificing children.
What? I will be careful. Okay, who hasn't gone for their second? Because we're running low on the old time thing. Pietro, did you do number two?
I've had two. I've had my number two.
Who does number two work for? Okay. What about Sasha?
I've had my number two because I trained and did the whippet and
Okay.
what
Does
happened.
the whippet have a name, or is she getting to name?
That's for her to name.
Oh.
She is the whippet is entirely
So she will have that whippet. Got it.
Thank you.
So we have pushed that Andrea is at the university, accepted. that Jorah is on a detail guarding the old Corretto's tomb. Ruby's pregnant. We didn't get to talk about Isabella and Letta. We didn't get to talk about at all on where she's at, but understanding that as the period of mourning comes to an end shortly, there will be an expectation.
Mhm.
So,
Yep. And
with
also,
that
I'm also going to be trying to arrange some protection for her and her father.
okay, how do you choose to do so?
Honestly, I'd like to bring them close to the house if I could,
Okay,
or possibly, yeah. Need to think about that, but yeah. Certain, at the very least, arrange for an increased watch presence
very good.
down the street. Yeah, let's get it started.
Hesperides is coming out of the hospital, just so you know,
Mhm.
and has sent a note to your group saying that he is recovered.
Excellent, because I
Just
just sent you a
s-
whisper.
Oh, I didn't see that, but yes. So Hesperides is gosh, I'm sitting. But anyway, with that understanding, I think we're close to the end of the night. We understand that there's things to do in our next session.
Mm.
Let me add a couple of salient points before we end. One, the girl who led the street children making the trebuchet approaches Lorenzo in this downtime to explain that there is a reason for a firebomb because there's a mean man who has done bad things to some of the street children. And we'll see how he responds to that.
Hmm,
Okay.
that's not good.
And and we'll go from there. I think I've given the pieces that we need to give. Is
sent
there
you an-
are
I
there
s-
any more?
I just
You did, but I'm trying to figure out where you put it. It's in.
it's on roll 20 where I sent you 2 whispers now.
Ah, dang it all! I'm in the wrong
That's
place.
all right.
Here I am. Oh,
Do we have any idea as
He
to
can't go. Yep,
of
you
who
can
the
do
bad
that.
man is
Which bad man?
that's hurting the street urchins?
Ah, so when that discussion takes place, he's a foreigner who, when described, seems a little bit like the character that you guys got into the house at one point.
Fucking Cosomo, what's his deal?
Oh,
I mean,
Cosomo.
is he like one of those?
So there's a place down by one of the old stinky and no longer filled um, canals. That's like a muddy mess. That's like the crappy quarters in town down in the twist. There's an apartment there, but there's this guy who, when some of the urchins went around, he was mean to them. seems to be that he appears like possibly Cosomo. And I'm watching Pete write this down because that's important. And you may
I
have
can't
tumbled
write for
upon a
shit.
lead. You may have
Yeah.
tumbled upon a lead to where Cosomo has gone to ground.
In the twist, you said.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, you know that Jorah is busy guarding the old Corvetto's tomb and may or may not let you know of any disturbances that are going on out in that area. So I would say next time we will find a very interesting conundrum on decisions on what you're doing.
Mm.
I did notice, and I found this very, very interesting because I thought this would not happen. There was no attempt from Rob, from Mocklin, to reach out to Moon. Nothing happened.
No, that's
And
very
that
true.
would have been a very interesting set of information. However, that did not happen. That's fine. We will go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, good night.
Yeah, I wanted my downtime. I wanted to get rid of my
But
stress.
you didn't want the stress.
No, I didn't want the stress.
Fair
I know
enough.
how you play
Hey,
me like a fiddle.
I truly enjoyed tonight. There, I threw a couple of little things in there. I thought it was